Well, howdy do, nobody here, that's okay. You'll watch it on the replay. So if you knew, I was online doing a live on Saturday, and I think there were about 4 people who actually saw any part of my live on Saturday. I've lost my crowd, so, it's just, I just might as well just forget this because nobody shows up. I can't have a conversation with anybody, nobody leaves me any comments. So I may just return to just doing tutorials, which I have a lot to do. I have a tutorial that I'm going to put up later today. What is that tutorial about? Oh, it's about the mega menu. One way to do a mega menu. And so I go through that tutorial. So what have I got planned for you today? Oh, the reason why I did not finalize and I took down the live on Saturday, because my microphone was not selected. It's selected now because I'm looking at it. Shure MV7, and the meter is moving. So there's that. Voice is getting squirrely. And I also did a tutorial that day, and my microphone was not selected properly, and it sounded like I was a tin can across the room. So there's that. So I'm very excited. I may talk all day long today, because I have to go through a tutorial, I have to go through something else, and some other news out on the internet with WordPress and Elementor. So I've lost my crowd. I had a crowd, I had some regulars, and I don't know whether I offended them or my, humor was not of their taste. I don't know. So, but here I am, and I have nobody watching on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, well, if I don't have a crowd, then I must not serve one if nobody's watching. So that's a sad thing. I have 280? Hold on just a second. Let me go to see how many, let me hit this. So I just put the topics I have talked about in the description of the video. Okay, so let's go back. How many viewers do I have? Let's go to the dashboard. I have 380 people who like my videos. They like my videos. Okay, Elementor just uploaded a video. Start designing with containers in Elementor, your quick start guide. I might do a tutorial on that too, because what an industry thinks people needs to know, beginners can't really wrap their brains around. So there's that. Okay. So what are we talking about? So where do I begin? Because I can talk today and I have the right microphone. So let's see here. Where shall we begin? Let's start with news. Yes, indeedy. Let's start with news. So I'm going to go here to this article that I found, because literally I was like, I need something else to talk to people, because if somebody sat here and watched me talk into a tin can sound on Saturday morning, there's that. Okay, so let me hit the right button. There it is. Okay. So WordPress now has an OpenAI powered content generator free access available. Oh, but let me talk about that free access. It doesn't last long. Okay, so it's in Jectpack. Jectpack announces official WordPress AI assistant for content powered by OpenAI, offered in a limited, extremely limited, free and unlimited plan. Oh, but yes. Notice how Elementor has a cap on how many requests you can do, because you get so many credits, and images cost 30 credits, and code and text is just 1 credit. Okay, so here's the pros and the cons. So I've used Elementor AI. We have images. Elementor has code. And Elementor has text. Now, yeah, you probably skipped ahead and read that. Free version allows how many? Let me get my pointer here. Only 20 requests. 20. You can go through that in about 45 seconds. So that's the free version of Jectpack. Now, I wouldn't use Jectpack, but that's neither here nor there. But if you needed a solution, and, okay, You can translate between multiple languages. Elementor can do that. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Jectpack AI assistant. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I didn't read all of this article. So there is a video. So let's go to Jectpack's website, shall we? Here's Jectpack's website. So if you're new to Elementor, or you're just perusing the internet and it's Elementor and you've landed on this video, Elementor has AI built in. It is a subscription. I don't know how many you get with the free with Elementor, but anyway, let's move on. So Jectpack has offered this AI generated thing. You would think that they would advertise it on their homepage. Excuse me just a moment. This is bothering me. I need more headroom. There we go. So, you know, faster, safer traffic, blah, 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 protect your investment. You would think that that AI stuff would be like smack dab right in the middle, front page. Hey, download our plugin and use AI. Not in any of the payment plans. Is there anything that says AI? No. It's so new they didn't even put it on their homepage. Instant performance, blah, blah, blah. Grow your effort, and blah, blah, blah. You would think you would scroll all the way, look, another price plan, and you would scroll all the way down to the, and you would probably find something that would say AI in their menu at the bottom. Oh, but alas, no. So what we have to do is we have to go up here to products. Let me get my handy dandy pointer. Products in the menu, and here in growth, whatever that means, there's the AI assistant. They didn't even put it on their homepage. So let's click the AI assistant. And look, they're using the same icon. That must be the universal symbol for AI, are these 3 stars, because Elementor is using it as well. Whatever that means. Elevate your content. So I would suggest, if you're just curious, I was curious, there's a video here you can watch. And AI assistant, so it adds a little thing in your blog. See, y'all, I don't even care what's happening in WordPress anymore. Not going to use WordPress by itself without Elementor. So yeah, the blocks, what is it? Block extensions. So it's its extension, and the AI gets injected into your blocks. You can change, we can do this in Elementor, change how you want to, funny or serious or whimsy. So the free, again, quota of 20 requests is what you get. Just download Jectpack and install it. And it's $8.33 a month. I think I paid like $32 for Elementor AI. It's an extra subscription. So build yearly. Okay, hold on. Let's just click upgrade. Does it tell you? $100. $100 for the Jectpack AI Assistant subscription. Elementor's cheaper, and you get more. Yes, it is. A lot cheaper, and you get images and code. So there's that. There's that. And so just an option. I found it on the internet. I didn't even know WordPress had AI availability, but there it is. There it is. Just thought I'd drop that news nugget on you. Alrighty, and let's get rid of that. So let's move on to a topic of Elementor. Well, let's just go look, boys and girls, while I look behind the scenes. And let's go to YouTube and look at that video that Elementor just dropped, which is videos. Start designing with, there it is. All right, so let me just switch the screen. You just got to get things ready. So here it is right here. Start designing with containers in Elementor, your quick start guide. Now, it just dropped. as I went live, y'all. So I have not, see, 9 minutes ago, and I've been live for 10. So I have not watched this video, but that brings up a new, very controversial topic. Now, when it comes to Elementor and template kits, there are two major sources on the internet for you to buy template kits. And I am here to tell you, point blank, full stop, full transparency, that those two sources on the internet to buy Elementor kits, they still use columns and sections, all of them. They have not converted any of their template kits. That's your job, to convert columns and sections into containers. Excuse me, my nose itches. So therein lies a very serious problem. So I don't suggest purchasing template kits from two sources on the internet. I'm sorry, the nose is itching again. So shall I go here? I did in my previous live, and I guess I'll just go here again. Let me set this up for you. One of those is offers a plugin for Elementor. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Something about your nose itching means something. I can't remember what it is, that old wives' tale. And I'll probably scratch it again, so just get used to it. All right. So let's go to, get rid of that. And let me check my plugins in this installed. It is installed. Okay, let's take a look, boys and girls. There is a plugin for WordPress, and it's right here, Envato Elements. You know where I'm going. And so Envato Elements offers template kits from Envato Elements. I used to have a subscription. I dropped it because I was wasting $33 a month on something I very rarely used. I mean, if I have a project, I'll start it up again, use it for a month, and then turn it off. So yes, Envato Elements offers you a plugin, and the plugin is right here, Elements, and let's click on that. And so Envato Elements, so if you have the $33 a month subscription plan, or you can buy a year, you can install premium template kits with this plugin. If you don't have the subscription, alas, you only can install free template kits. Now, with that being explained, none, and I do mean N-O-N-E, none, zero, of the template kits that you will download use containers. They do not. And so we're just going to go over here to WordPress, WordPress themes and websites here. Elementor kits. Now you can peruse. They are beautiful to look at. Let's go to the newest. Environmental charity nonprofit theme. You can buy it for $24, but that $24 is going to be cheap for a lot of pain that's going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to do a little nerdy stuff here, and we're going to look at some code. Okay, if you're a beginner, just hold on to put your seatbelt on because it's going to get bumpy. All right, so I'm going to go to the live preview of this theme. Now, it is still embedded into the Envato market, the Envato website. So we are not looking fully at, it's just embedded. So I want to go look at the actual source. So I'm going to go to inspect. This is nerdy stuff. And right here, you see the iframe right there. And there's a link. That is a link to the actual website on the author's hosting, wherever that is. So I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to say open in new tab. So here is the full, template. I'm going to right click and I'm going to inspect the code. And we're going to look at the code and see what they're using. Oh, but you can see it right now. Sections. Sections. So this is they are not using containers. You will see something that does say container, but this is not what you're wanting. So let's go into the section, container, column gap. Yep, see, they're using all, this is the latest release of Elementor column right there. So all of the authors, the template creators on ThemeForest, and I will drop the name of the other one, Template Monster, none of them use full containers on their sites. They are still using sections and columns. So if you happen to go buy a theme off of ThemeForest, which a lot of WordPress and Elementor developers will say, don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you buy it, you're still going to get charged for building a website because everything has to be converted. Has to be converted. Yes, it does. Because that's the reason why containers are so much better. It's easier layout. And they've made the code a lot better in Elementor. So there's that hot topic. Because Elementor, probably, if not now, in the next couple of releases of Elementor, they're going to make containers on by default. So it's going to cause a lot of headache with a lot of people who don't want to move to containers and don't know the wonderful and lovely features that it offers and how it's easier to lay out things inside of a section. We're just going to use the universal word of section. Parent and child containers, there's new vocabulary. But anyway, I just wanted to drop that on you. Nobody's here. That's okay. So there's that kind of pain point. Because if you're like new to Elementor and you're like, oh, well, let me just go on the internet and search for Elementor template kits. Well, you're going to hit either ThemeForest or Template Monster, and you're in for a world of hurting because none of their templates use full containers. So there's that. I just wanted to drop that, put that on your radar screen. Alrighty, so let's go moving into a tutorial. And there was somebody on the Facebook, Elementor Facebook, who said, I want Elementor tabs to open on hover instead of click. How do I do this? Well, let's go through that tutorial, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, so I'm going to get my page ready, and I'm going to switch to that screen, and here we are. It's just a demo site. So I'm going to go, okay, first of all, we have to make sure some settings are right. Let's get into our Elementor settings here. Features. There are three things? Yes, 3 things that need to be activated inside of your features of Elementor. Number 1 is the Flexbox container. The green dot means it is active and it's on. Grid container is off because it doesn't have a green light. It is a feature. Okay, but don't worry about grid container. You don't need it. You just need Flexbox container turned on. And then we need to scroll down and we need nested elements, because the tab feature is a nested element. And then we need the, just those 2. I did a tutorial recently about the menu. The menu needs to be on, but we're not using the menu, we're using tabs. So with tabs, you just need nested elements and the Flexbox container. So the nose is itching again. Okay, so let's move back to our testing page, and I'm going to find the tabs. I'm going to search for it because I can never find it. And here are our tabs. So I'm going to drag and drop the tabs widget onto the page. And oh, but look, it's a horrible color. So let's do this. Here's a tip. Let me go to the tabs, the hover, the active state, background color. Let's change that to this color. Lovely. And we're going to go to the hover, and we're going to go to the background color. Let's change it to this color. okay? And I'm going to right click on this widget. You can't do it. Interesting. Let me right click. Save as default. That's what I want to do. Save as default. Is it the container or the tabs? You cannot save. Oh, interesting. I thought I was going to be smart, boys and girls. I thought I could right click and save as default. But if I right click and save as default here, save as default, I'm clicking on the container, which I don't want to save every default container to have a tabs widget in it, which may not work, but I'm not going to click on that. So anyway, I digress. So here we are with tab number 1, and I'm going to build a structure, and I'm going to put an image. Yeah, we're just flying by the seat of our pants here, and I will drag and drop an icon list in there, and I'll drag a paragraph in there. Oops, Command Z or Control Z on Windows. I want to make it underneath there, and I'm going to drag a button in there. And I'll click on the image, and we'll just put a bicycle in there, and that's great. Okay, so there's tab number 1. Here's tab number 2. Tab number 2 is going to have a video in it. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. Boop, right there. Okay, and then tab number 3 is going to have 2 images in it because I don't want to waste your time, and so I don't think you like your time wasted either. So let's go to this bicycle, and let's go here and just duplicate and drag one over. Boop, boop. Okay, and then we'll just edit the photo and choose this one, and hope it fits. Yeah, they don't fit. They're not the same size. I don't care. But we do have, hold on just a second. Let's go to edit the tabs and the style. Normal color, background type. Background color. Give me something better than that. We'll just light green. Okay, that's good. All right, so as of right now, I'm going to hit update, and we're going to take a look at the preview. So when we hover, we don't get the switching happening. We have to actually click on them to make them happen. But we want to add the hover effect. Okay, not a problem. We can do that. So what we need to do is we need to go to our widgets, and we need to drop an HTML block, preferably above or below, but it just needs to be on the page. I usually like to associate my code to the widget it is near, so that's what we're going to do. Then I'm going to grab this code. Now, I tried putting this code in the description of the video, and it didn't work. It said you can't put angle brackets in your descriptions. So I'll put it on my web page, and so I'll leave this for you. And I'll also leave it on the screen for you for a period of time so that you can screen capture it and transform it to your leisure. Okay. Convert it as your leisure from an image to, oh, that's not what we want. Delete that. How did that get in there? I just do not know. All right, hold on just a second. Let's click that. Let's click that. Let's click this. Let's do this. Copy, copy, copy. And then paste the code in there. There we go. All right, so I put this little reminder here that shows up, and it says, remember to add class hover tabs to the tab widget. What does that mean? Well, it says what it means. This hover tabs needs to be assigned to class, needs to be assigned to this widget in order for it to work. So we're going to go back to the widget. Notice hover tabs, lowercase h, capital T, one word. All right, so I'm going to right click, edit the tab, and I'm going to go to advanced and CSS classes, HOVER, capital TAB. Now I forgot S, yes, capital S, not capital S, but S on the end. All right, so I'm going to hit update. And then I'm going to go back to the HTML widget and delete the comment because you really don't need to see that. But it's there for a reason. So I'm going to delete the comment. All right. And then we're going to hit update. And then we're going to go look at the page and see if when we hover over it, hover over the tabs. Let me hit just a hard refresh here. When we hover over the tabs, it switches the tabs. So if I go to tab number 2, tab number 3, tab number 2, hover, hover, hover. Isn't that lovely? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'll bring this back up on the page. Let me clear this up for you. Delete this. Okay, so you can do your screen capture and then rewrite that should you want to. But I will put it on my web page, but it may take me to the end of the day to do that. But there's that lovely right there. It doesn't work in the back end of Elementor, but it works on the front end of the website. Oh, but that is lovely. And I'm only 26 minutes in and I got no visitors. And I'm pretty much done with what I needed to talk about today. I don't know what I talked about for an hour and 20 minutes, but there it is. So yeah, that's about all I got for you today. So this is going to be a quick chat live for 27 minutes. I mean, I could just fly by the seat of my pants and just say, okay, we'll talk about this next. But alas, I don't have anything else to talk about. And since I don't have an audience, why should I waste my time when nobody wants to, you know, interact and say hello and do all that kind of stuff? I lost my audience. When I first got started on the internet, I had some friends from Imran's channel who used to follow me, but they don't do that anymore, which is sad. That was awkward, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay, so bye, y'all. You know, leave some comments, and I've got some tutorials coming. I've got a long, involved tutorial coming, but I'm going to drop one today about the mega menu, so y'all be good.